Welcome. Before we begin, let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you looked at your life and felt honest about it? Not hopeful, not motivated, not pretending everything is fine. Honest. Most people avoid this moment. They stay busy so they don't have to look closely. They fill their time with noise, because silence asks questions they don't want to answer. This video is not here to make you feel good for a few minutes. It is not here to excite you. It is not here to promise success quickly. This video is here to make you uncomfortable in a useful way. Because change does not start with inspiration. It starts with awareness. Most people say they want a better life, but their daily actions say something else. They say, I want comfort now, improvement later. And later never comes. If you feel like you are wasting your potential, if you feel busy but not fulfilled, if you feel tired even when you have done nothing meaningful, this video is for you. Not because you are broken, but because you are avoiding the small truths that could fix everything. Let us talk about why most people stay stuck. Not because they are unlucky, not because they are not talented, not because life is unfair. They are stuck because of habits they repeat every day without thinking. Small habits, quiet habits, normal habits. The kind that do not look dangerous, but slowly shape your future. Today we will talk about those habits, not to judge you, not to scare you, but to give you clarity. Listen carefully, not fast, not distracted. Let us begin. Habit 1. Living without a morning boundary. Most people wake up and immediately give their mind to the world. Phone, messages, news, social media. Before their feet touch the floor, their attention is already gone. Why do they do this? Because it is easy. Because it avoids silence. Because it avoids thinking. But here is the damage. When you start your day reacting, you train your brain to be controlled. The day is no longer yours. You are responding instead of deciding. The correction is simple, not dramatic. Do not give your first 30 minutes to anything that did not earn it. No phone, no noise. Just sit, drink water, breathe, think. One quiet morning does not change your life, but repeating this every day does. Habit 2. Waiting to feel motivated. Many people say, I'll start when I feel ready. They are waiting for motivation, energy, confidence. But motivation is not the cause of action, it is the result. Why do they wait? Because starting feels uncomfortable. Because effort feels risky. The damage is invisible but serious. Every time you wait, you teach your brain that fear is in control. The correction is uncomfortable but effective. Start before you feel ready. Start small. Start badly. Motivation will follow action, not the other way around. Habit 3. Consuming more than you create. Most people spend hours watching, scrolling, listening. Very little time producing anything. Why? Because consumption is easy. Creation demands effort and exposure. The damage is slow. Your mind becomes full but weak. You know many things but apply nothing. The correction is balanced. For every hour you consume, spend 10 minutes creating. Write, speak, build. Even something small. Habit 4. Avoiding difficult conversations. People stay silent to keep peace. They avoid honesty to avoid discomfort. Why? Because conflict feels dangerous. But the damage is internal. Unspoken words become resentment. Resentment becomes distance. Distance becomes loneliness. The correction is respectful honesty. Say what needs to be said calmly. Not to win, but to be real. Habit 5. Treating time like it is endless. People say, I'll do it someday. They behave as if life will always wait. Why? Because the future feels far away. The damage is brutal. Days disappear, years vanish. The correction is awareness. Act as if today matters, because it does. Habit 6. Ignoring physical health. Many people say they are too busy to take care of their body. Why? Because consequences are delayed, the damage shows up later. Low energy, weak focus, poor confidence. The correction is basic. Move your body every day. Eat simply. Sleep properly. This is not discipline. This is respect. Habit 7. Comparing your life to others. People scroll and measure themselves constantly. Why? Because comparison distracts from self-work. The damage is deep. You lose your own direction. You feel behind even when you are growing. The correction is simple. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Habit 8. Avoiding boredom. Most people fill every quiet moment with stimulation. Why? Because boredom exposes thoughts. The damage is mental. You lose the ability to focus, to think deeply. The correction is tolerance. Allow boredom sometimes. It is where clarity begins. Habit 9. Breaking promises to yourself. People promise change and delay it repeatedly. Why? Because there is no immediate penalty. The damage is trust. You stop believing your own words. The correction is commitment. Make small promises. Keep them. Confidence grows from self-trust. Habit 10. Living without reflection. Most people never review their life. Why? Because reflection reveals uncomfortable truths. The damage is repetition. You repeat the same mistakes for years. The correction is weekly reflection. Ask yourself what worked, what didn't, what needs to change. Habit 11. Speaking negatively to yourself. People insult themselves internally. Why? Because it feels normal. The damage is quiet destruction. You limit your potential without realizing it. The correction is awareness. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you respect. Habit 12. Avoiding responsibility. Many people blame circumstances. Why? Because responsibility feels heavy. The damage is powerlessness. You wait for life to change. The correction is ownership. Take responsibility for what you can control. Habit 13. Staying in environments that drain you. People stay where they are unhappy. Why? Because change feels risky. The damage is slow decay. Your energy fades. The correction is courage. Choose environments that support growth. Habit 14. Over-planning and underdoing. Some people plan endlessly. Why? Because planning feels productive without risk. The damage is stagnation. Nothing changes. The correction is action. Do first, adjust later. Habit 15. Ignoring financial awareness. Many people avoid looking at their finances. Why? Because numbers feel stressful. The damage is anxiety. The correction is clarity. Track what you earn and spend. Habit 16. Chasing validation. People seek approval constantly. Why? Because self-worth feels unstable. The damage is dependency. Your confidence depends on others. The correction is internal validation. Respect your own effort. Habit 17. Avoiding discomfort. People choose comfort daily. Why? Because discomfort feels threatening. The damage is stagnation. Growth requires challenge. The correction is deliberate discomfort. Do one hard thing daily. Habit 18. Living on autopilot. Many people do not think consciously. Why? Because thinking deeply requires energy. The damage is emptiness. Life feels meaningless. The correction is presence. Be aware of your choices. Habit 19. Quitting too early. People stop when progress is slow. Why? Because patience is rare. The damage is regret. The correction is persistence. Stay longer than you feel like. Habit 20. Forgetting that life is limited. Most people live as if time is unlimited. Why? Because mortality feels uncomfortable. The damage is wasted potential. The correction is remembrance. You do not have unlimited chances. Now pause. Notice how many of these habits felt familiar. That discomfort you feel is not a problem. It is a signal. You are not weak. You are simply becoming aware. You do not need to change everything today. Choose one habit. Just one. Work on it quietly, daily, without announcing it. This is how real change happens. Slow, silent, consistent. If this video made you think, if it made you uncomfortable in a useful way, come back again. We learn here slowly. We grow here quietly. And if you want to continue this journey, you already know what to do. Not loudly, not urgently, just honestly.